Christine from Pack Hacker. In this video, we're taking a look at the YETI Ranchero 27L backpack, which I've been testing for 3 weeks. Let's dive in. So just by looking at this 27L backpack, you can kind of get the feeling of how rugged and durable it is, which is great. It's got 700D abrasion resistant nylon material, which it also repels water really well. It's very weather resistant. And then the bottom though is 840D. Oh, it's hard to show you. 840D. And it's got a PU coating on it, so it's a little bit, it's better if you need to set it down in something damp or dirty, you can wipe it off. It's just a little shinier and such, so that's nicer. And then, I gotta turn it upside down again. The other thing to show you is that you can see you can't compress that bottom. It's because inside it has a built-in plastic layer in between the 210D liner. And so it really gives the bag a lot of structure, but it does mean that these compression straps, which are removable, they don't really do much to compress the bag because there's not much you can do with it when it's so built out on either end. So keep that in mind. Now, these compression straps have Duraflex hardware for the buckles. They're very easy to use. And then they attach though to these loops on the side that have these clips, which the clips themselves are easy enough to use, but getting these buckles back through these loops is very difficult. Getting them through to begin with and out another way is very difficult. So it's sort of you decide you want the compression straps and you put them on, you're not going to take them on and off. You're not going to use them to go through the handle of your water bottle. It's a tight fit. Maybe it's just this bag. Maybe they will make looser fits on other ones, but just so you know. We also have YKK zippers with AquaGuard coating for more weather resistant. They are rather stiff, but they do give you these little loops at the end to hold on to help give you leverage, and then there's the cords for pulls with heat shrink around them, so that's really nice and easy to pull. It is supposed to be, this tri-zip is supposed to be sort of a quick and easy pull by pulling on that, but I've been working out, people. I've been using weights and it's still hard for me, so I'm just saying I find it easier to just use the individual zippers, but you can do that if you need to. There's the YETI logo is a hook and loop fastener where you can stick your own patch on top of it if you want, and then we do have just a thin padded carry handle here just for hanging it up in short periods of use, as well as a luggage pass-through that can hide behind the back panel because you can take it apart and it's stretchy, and then you just sort of tuck it behind, which again, not the fastest, but also not very hard. So this harness system is as beefy as the rest of the bag. We have this really thick, very stiff foam padding back here with the YETI name, but it is very stiff, and the whole back panel is very stiff and rigid, especially if you have a laptop in here. So it doesn't really conform to your body, it's just there, so just keep that in mind. We have very thick, beefy padded shoulder straps, and they're lined with breathable mesh, which is good for sweat management and whatnot. And then we also have load lifters with 2 adjustments. We've got a sternum strap which moves with the same sort of clip as those compression straps, but the nice thing is you could take it off too if you want. There's strap keepers on every strap except for the load lifters, so that's really great. But it's just all very, it's very large and stiff. So we will talk more about how that feels in a sec. So that harness system probably sounds really great with the load lifters and the sternum strap and the cushy, padded panel, but in all, maybe you can see, I don't know if you can tell or not, but it's very stiff against your back. I mean, if you're looking for a bag that makes you stand up straight, this is your bag. If you're looking for one that's really comfortable, really long-term, it wasn't for me. Maybe it's my body, but like I felt like it pulls sort of in here, in between, and it's just, I actually ended up wearing it looser more often than really dialed in tight like it is right now, just because I found that to be more comfortable. And aesthetically, you know, it's definitely way more casual, so it should be good for like hiking, camping, exploring a new place, but you'll have to figure out the fit before carrying it long term for those situations. So we are going to start with the compartment that is probably my favorite on this whole bag, and that's this lid quick access top compartment. I don't know what you want to call it. I just threw a whole bunch of words there for you. It's got a fabric welt, so it doesn't have the AquaGuard zippers there, but because of the fabric welt, I got rained on, nothing ever got wet in here, so there's that. But you get all this space in this whole like lid just for quick access. So I've got like my little toiletry bag, I've got sunglasses, I've put my phone, my wallet in here, my AirPods are in there somewhere. There's also a key leash, which is really nice. And then if you have like a fob like this, if you leave it hanging out and you've got this on your back, I was able to swing around and get it to unlock the door of the office a lot. So that's kind of fun, but you will have to take it off if you need to use an actual key. But it's just, it's very spacious and it's very convenient to have all of that there, especially if you were going to use this like as a personal item or have it in front of you for any reason. It's just nice to have all those things you want to access really quickly right there on top. So like I said, that was my favorite part. We do have two very large stretchy water bottle pockets, and they can accommodate both skinny bottles and like really big ones. Obviously like a YETI Rambler. I've got a thermos here, sorry, branding wise, but it slides in really well, and you just have to make sure like this bottom compression strap isn't too tight or it can get caught there. You also have to make sure, I'll show you inside, there are pockets right adjacent to this. So I learned really quickly that I could use one or the other. So like it's very difficult if you have something in that other pocket and then you have the main compartment fully packed because it's like pressing up against the bottle pocket, then it's really hard to slide your bottle in. But I just ended up not filling the inside pocket and then remembering which side to put my water bottle on. So there's that. Like I said, you put the strap over the water bottle, even though I wanted to go through that handle so bad, but it was so hard to undo. Maybe it's me. Maybe I have dexterity issues. We've probably covered that before, but it just is what it is. Then we also have back here a very large laptop compartment. It says it's rated for 13 and 15-inch laptops. This is a 13-inch MacBook Pro. What I have to say is there's this like sleeve in here and it has some more padding, but the whole compartment is really well padded, and both the sleeve and the actual compartment are slightly raised off the bottom. So, I mean, you can see how much space is left here. I think if you had a bigger laptop, you could probably slide it in. Just don't use the pocket. I think maybe the pocket would only be good for 15 inches. But I would say you could give it a go if you had at least like a 16-inch. I mean, look at how much space there is. So there's those options if you had a bigger computer to hold. So if you are finding this video helpful, go ahead and click like, subscribe, so we can keep bringing you content like this to help you travel smarter. And now it's time to go into the main compartment. Obviously, if you've got these compression straps on here, which again, you can take off if you don't want them, you just pop them open. Now, you don't have to do that if you're just going in through the lid, so maybe I should show you that part first, because it's just kind of nice that you can have sort of different types of access depending on what you need. Like for my daily use, a lot of times I was just doing this, because as we've already established, I had problems doing that. I'll keep working out. I'll get stronger, I promise. But anyways, oh, you can see here, this is the underside of that top lid pocket. It's just mesh, but so you can see the things, but it's not that big of a deal here. I got a YETI sticker in there, fun times. So I would just open this up and grab what I needed, and then you can just sort of lay it there, or you can zip it back up, whichever. But if you want full access to the whole thing, it's really nice that you can unzip it all the way down here. It makes it much easier to pack, especially like I have a large lunchbox that I was shoving in every day. And then it's very easy to just open this up and put it in, especially because you can stand it up and do that. Now I've got packing cubes and they're gonna be kind of hard to not all come falling out. But you can see I have fit quite a bit inside this 27-liter bag. So I've got 3 packing cubes full of clothing and gear and accessories. And then, so now you can see what other organization there is. So back here, there is this pocket, especially like if you wanted to put like your passport, cash, something like that. If you're opening it just sort of from the lid, you don't, like you see it, I have a tech kit in there, and that is, so it's sort of overkill. I have a bag in a bag, or a bag in a pocket, but anyways, it's there so I didn't have to dig at the bottom for it. But if you put like your passport and stuff, it's convenient because it's at the top, but it's also just a little hidden. It's just not going to be quite so obvious for somebody to see. But anyways, you can see that was my air split kit in there, and it fits just fine. That also fit in one of these side pockets, the ones that go up against the bottle pockets. Oh, here we go. And so I wanted to have, hi, I can see you. I wanted to have that air split kit in this side pocket. Like I've got my glasses in this one, but this is the one where then I couldn't put my water bottle and that split kit there. So I ended up taking it out and moving it. But anyways, they do give you a lot of extra pockets. We've got pocket on the back, like I showed you. We've got these pockets over here for tiny stuff. I've got some pills. And then we've got a third one that, sorry for all of the awkwardness here. We've got a third one over here, which I don't have full, but it is really good when I wasn't using all the straps. You can just sort of tuck them in here, then you have them if you need them, and you don't, they're tucked away if you don't need them. So that's kind of nice. And then, like I said, we have both of these slip pockets over here. And then you just have a ton of space that's easy. It's really easy to fill. Because it opens so widely. So that's really great. So you can just sort of pack it up like that. And then so it's really, I mean, I know it's like a day pack, but it's really almost could be a travel backpack. If you pair this with a sling, you could travel for a good 3 to 5 day trip probably, depending on how great you pack in this and depending on the carry-on dimensions of the airline that you are flying. You know, it might be great for you. It might be great for a tent camping trip too, because it's all nice and rugged. So there you have it, the YETI Ranchero 27-liter backpack. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you in the next one.